Early mid-pressure from the CTs, that's interesting. Would enable them to have a very fast flank, and it looks like they're actually going to be committing to the walk here, so this is exciting. If the fast A does come in, I'm not sure G2 are going to be anticipating this. No one's actually actively watching the flank from outside of the ramp room, so descending the ladder, I say that, look at Nexa. They are remaining quiet about this.
That's how you get knifed.
That's how I got knifed. Yeah, you're bang on. This was the route, and now no one's holding the flank, so they need to make sure there's some resistance on A to keep him busy. Nexa.
Saw something.
He's seen something. He's seen enough. He might even get them both. They'll start to accelerate into the site. Tessus needs to delay. He knows if he dies, the rotate B will be swift. Jax has the bomb rather far committed. Kenny on B, calling it clear, even clearer now. This is going to be a bit of a pivot from G2. You can see they're swarming. And the CTs, oh, they are just being eliminated. Kenny doing great work before Tessus arrives, and he was the MVP of Heroic's first map.
God, but this cross, that one flash, didn't really catch him there. Forces him off the angle for a second. That one's got him, though. Now 3 players progress towards the site. Bomb going to be planted, and Tessus tries to isolate Amanek, but he's got to buy a bit of time. Maybe Cadian can get there in time.
Cadian, he is going to have to really check his corners here, and even then, Nexa does get the better. Clean from G2, and definitely a declaration of intent.
That right there is an indication of how Heroic potentially want to approach this CT side. One of the issues that we saw when G2 took on MIBR the other day on this map was it was the A execute simulator, right? They were just going towards A ramp, they were able to execute onto the site time and time again. And a lot of people don't like Vertigo because of that reason. Now the map clearly has a lot more avenues, but the A site is one that the CTs have a very tough time dealing with. If you can get a flank in, if you're able to isolate Amanek, who tends to be the individual watching them on the gun rounds, then you're going to give yourself a chance to box them in and make it a little bit more squirrely. But the question is, if you can't get the flank coming, how are you going to fight it? Are you going to be retake? Are you going to be aggressive? Are you going to meet them in the middle? Are you going to be flashing, pushing? Which option has Hunden gone for? You don't like squirrely?
I like how you say Hunden. Hunden.
I say it different every time. I'm not sure which one it's meant to be.
I like it.
Yeah, I preferred squirrely, to be honest.
I think that's an excellent word. It's kind of like squirrely,
Squirrely,
squirming.
but swirly, but squirrely.
Yeah, there's so much there. Very very visceral.
Visceral,
word.
yeah, absolutely.
Thank you for that, Chad.
No worries. I'll be here all week.
So 3 MAC-10s, charging up towards short. If I'm the short player in this round, I don't think my deagle's sufficient. I'm not sure I'd be wanting to take that fight on my own, and they won't be, because you can see that all 4 of them grouped up. And the nades! Look at that! They land right on Jax's quiff.
Why can't we do that?
And there's more. Here's another one. That's the finishing the job!
Second wave!
And a second wave of nades works wonderfully. Jax taken out before they even see an opponent.
That's going to just leave a welt. Ow. They're still standing. There is still 4 of them. Like, we're still okay, but that's a bit of impact.
Yeah, and I'm Kenny, yes. The only AK bought into this second round, I would probably want to put it on someone a little more healthy.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I think 27 HP isn't feeling so, perfect, but I'm looking at this now, trying to learn what I can do. It's down right into short, but it baits in the rest. So on the speed up, they catch him, but now they're noting, actually, there's a lot of people here. Do they keep going? Kenny's still so low. That's a one-shot on a Deeg, and uh-oh, Tessus is doing so well. Nexa burning alive, 6 HP, he's dead and gone. Was that an actual 1G?
That was a 1G.
That was a real 1G, ladies and gentlemen.
That's a 1G.
In the chat, guys, it's been a couple of years. I hope you still remember.
Oh, they do. They do it every time there's a molly kill, and it's not an actual 1G, but now it's time.
I know that looked really, really good, but there's so many more ramifications from that than just the round being put on the board. The fact that Heroic were able to identify...
Was that a smoke he threw? It just didn't work?
Was it a smoke?
Oh, it was a flash, okay. He did just walk through his own molly. It was the longest molly I've seen. It was spread so far. Poor old Nexa. What are you saying, Chad?
This is going to get into the heads of G2 that their tendencies and the way that they like to approach this map have been studied. So they're going to be potentially second-guessing themselves at every turn.
I do like the concept and phrase living in their head rent-free. That's a memory loss moment there for Nico. Head ripped off. Jax showing what you can do with the Deagle, even though he didn't have the chance last round. This time the Tech-9s, the Eagles, looking a little deadly. Nexa going to continue forward, looking towards Jens, looking towards Borup, and he's actually getting a good bit of territory, but that sound cue might give away the game.
Yeah, they've done great work here. The bomb will be coming in quick succession. Those 2 frags are magic from Kenny and Jax, because now this retake becomes so difficult. There's only 1 kit. They need frags now, and Borup's lost his life. It's down, trying to lay down the law with his M4. Not to be.
Still haven't planted.
Yeah, they are taking their time with it. That's sweet, sweet dime.
Who's got the bomb? I mean, oh.
Wow, there's so many targets. That was very smart, just using the steps and the draw of fire. Nade down to 1 again. Someone gets away with murder. The spray could find them both. It doesn't. Just between the wickets, it will be the second for G2. And that's off the back of Kenny and Jax. Yeah.
Between the wickets, we've got safe pair of hands coming in. I guess that applies to a couple of other sports, but in my head, I see cricket straight away.
Oh yeah, the fielding.
We were doing some soccer stuff, so get one past the keeper was one that we were doing last time round. Sorry, football.
Thank you.
Sorry, everybody.
Do you think of Australian football? What do you think?
So I no longer say capsicum anymore. I say peppers. I no longer say thongs anymore. I say flip flops. That's what happens when you live with two.
You've done him in. Yeah. This is it. You've changed him.
Corrected his course.
Correct. Your cultural ideas are incorrect.
Look, when I've got guests in the house, I can't have my roommate asking where his thongs are.
Get your thongs out, would you, Alex?
Let's get our thongers in the chat. Into the site should be a plant. Should be a very difficult retake as well. No kit, no head for Borup. And I'm afraid, yeah, this one, it's almost just accept your fate, save what you can, take something if you can, and they are low, but these are all very favorable fights for the AKs. You can see that that is replicated in the positioning of the remaining.
How are Heroic on this map? Because I know so little about them.
Let me have a look.
Exactly. Chad, do we know much about these boys on this map?
So their last result since coming back from the player break was not fantastic.
Okay.
They did lose to Complexity 16-4.
Oh, that's a big loss.
But the result before that was actually a 16-6 victory over NIP in the CS Summit RMR event that we had before the break. And Alex, you remember how good that NIP were looking on a map like Vertigo. So they do have some legit wins. Yeah. And look, you can put it down to a bunch of different things. Complexity are a very good team. They battered Na'Vi today in a 2-0 fashion. I think as well, Heroic, if they can identify some tendencies of how you like to approach a map, like what we've just seen on that 4-spy round they did win, they're able to punish you in that way. But G2, with strength of firepower, are able to win and battle back 2 consecutive rounds here, putting themselves up 3-1. And we're going to see this time and time again, ladies and gentlemen. Amanek will be lobbing a smoke over towards the scaffolding position to obscure vision from an early pick. He'll be flashing as well. This is just against the pistol upgrade round for Nico and Stown. The rest are on the USPs, and that's under the smoke. Tessus will fall. So the 2 players who will have to deal with Nico after Hunter, I said Nico, yeah, I was going to say Nico's cousin. Not this Nico's cousin. That's going to get real confusing. I need to shut up. Anyway, over towards A, it will be Tessus and Nico having to deal with Hunter. So that's one of the big duels, which I want everybody to be keeping their eyes out for.
Okay. Let's see what the CT's going to do. Anything's a bonus here. We've got 2 Deegs with armor. The rest are clean as you like. They're in the right place. Arguably, Stown could be closer, of course, but it is what it is. You're not going to correctly stack every time. Cheeky little look, I guess, on contact. Maybe take a fight. Oh, it's a freebie there. Nico going to find one back anymore. Round 2, that's not bad at all, actually. He's making it costly. He's putting them through their paces, at least, but it does feel all for a little nothing, but maybe.
That was really calculated by Stown. You could see what his intentions were. He lined up his crosshair before the smoke plume, waited for the bomb plant to come in, and then tried to take the shot as Nexa would peek his head up after that plant animation. Just timing a little off. I like the idea, though. You could just take one of the heavy hitters away here. Just drawing the crosshairs, and that was all on Cadian's USP. Should be finished off nicely. And that's Nexa with 4 in the round. This is a much stronger start from G2 on their T side. Previously, Heroic running away with their T start on Nuke.
Just looking at the money situation on Heroic right here, so everybody hovering around $4,500, which is not enough for what I still consider as a purist of Counter-Strike to be a full buy. So with the cheapened FAMAS in play, they will be able to go for the lower rifle to get that utility, and you're going to need it, because there's multiple options to stalling out this A ramp attack, and one of which is normally a truckload of nades. This time around, they won't actually be pushing with all their forces. It is just a ruse. Only 1 individual over towards A right now, and 3 towards middle.
Oh, that's risky. Stown.
Hell, Stown!
He's in trouble. He knows where Jax is coming from, and he handles it. That is a get-out-of-jail-free card. He's very grateful for that one, and now looking to pass go. He's out. Kenny, Nexa, and Amanek starting to try and find a way back into the site. Nexa's done it all on his own. be open from a 3v5 to a level stead. But his teammates are under a lot of scrutiny. Cadian knows he needs to push them back. He knows
dead.
the B-side's lost. Cadian, he could lose to Nexa. Ducks his head over. He could burn to death if he's not too careful. Dunk will be avoided. But my goodness, G2, a 3 versus 5, now their advantage. And Nexa wants more.
Amazing work by Nexa. He's done everything possible here. He's created the space, but there's still CTs around. Bear in mind, Cadian just off to the side. Finally going to get him after all that fight, but Nico suddenly swings things around and Kenny left in the 1v2. It was looking good. Now looking too much. Kenny tries to take a step and it's all for nothing. Well played in the end between Nico and Cadian at the backside there.
Give us some more rounds like that. That is what we like to see here. Now, the guns will come out for G2 yet again. Hunter and Emanek will be able to drop AK-47s across to their poorer teammates. This kill here, that was the opening. Burrup had no idea Nexa was in, and the follow-up onto Stown, easy as you like. But it definitely was that Cadian frag, low on HP, where he's hanging his body out over the balcony. He's not afraid of heights. Once he made that kill, that was the opportunity. That was the door opening right there. And I think G2 might be a little bit frustrated how that one panned on out. They will be taking a tactical timeout here, the first of the map, just to discuss things through. Now, if they want to go back towards A, it's going to be that same rinse and repeat we've been talking about. Scaffolding smoke, flashes. They're going to limp their own T-sided smoke forward to obscure vision. Lots of harassment, utility. And then it's just up to the CTs. Do they want to fight? Do they want to go all in? It's a big question.
It feels so brawly so far. These two teams have just been kind of I don't know. It does feel very.
You haven't seen a slow default picks into grouping. I mean,
Not
it's
really. And obviously the economy's been so bad. It feels for Heroic. Like for so many rounds, there's always something a little off. But
yeah.
I mean, it's closer to being good. I guess the
Have an
Fabs are
AWP.
still in play. But yeah, we do have an AWP out. I guess that's something to look towards, and maybe we'll get a slightly slower paced round, but the CTs this time making moves.
Yeah, now with a deep CT smoke there, it does kind of limit on Nex's options. He's just going to have to sit idle for a while. Expect this round to really take a slowdown because Borup still has a smoke. That was thrown by his teammate to enable him to really buy time for that B lurk to be locked down. Nexa will not be walking on to B for free this time. Cadian. Very important angle to be held here. If he can get himself one, turning off is his priority though. Gets it and gets away. That's the first. Tessus under a lot of pressure. He is in a lot of pressure. The smoke onto the Molotov is a big flag saying, come and get me. Good nade damage though. Tessus
he's still alive.
He's doing well. He can play around this smoke. He can even jump up on the barrier to elevate over that smoke grenade if he just decides to. He's trying in the gray screen.
Another molly.
Teammate
Smoke, get shot!
He gets away!
Oh my god, how is he alive? Finally found by Nexa, but that felt
Look at the
way
time.
too
That
long.
took way too long.
Yeah, 35 seconds, all the CTs are here. They know what's going on. You've got Borup still kind of keeping control elsewhere, but these three posted up, dedicated. What an angle as well here from Cadian. Posted in, posted out. Signed, sealed, delivered from Jackson Kenny. These guys are on it right now. They're just going to be powering through. These are just banging out straight up one-to-one shots. But I'm going to be planted, and I don't think Borup can do much about this one.
Nope, afraid not.
Oof.
Has to be the save. There's no option here. Kills, they don't really mean a lot. Unless he has all four in a defuse.
Then it would mean something.
Yeah.
But, yeah, you're bang on.
I feel we should change my name to Captain Obvious.
One of the least exciting superheroes.
Easy. Can't be talking about superheroes, guys.
You're right.
Calm down.
Bite my tongue.
I'm pretty super.
Chad,
Super
wanna be
special.
superhero.
In the words of Syndrome from The Incredibles, if everybody's super, nobody is. Remember that one?
No,
You don't?
no.
No, that was the...
I just remember, wasn't the one from The Incredibles, the wife just really thick?
Oh, what, Mrs. Incredible?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got some mad, like, problems. Elastigirl, you know, like...
Stop. Stop.
What? She could open
Stop.
doors.
Stop. Stop.
I stopped watching animated, like, stuff. I think Toy Story 2 was the last one I saw.
You haven't seen the third one?
No.
Oh, that's
I don't
got,
think I have either.
got legs, that one.
Oy, back in we go. God, this money! Heroic, just poverty-stricken, just, what, Borup's obviously got the leftover rifle, everyone else P2 Swifty, and that's it.
Yeah, they took the risk on the force buy early, and because G2 bounced back and won one of their own, it's put them in a very difficult position right here. But this creep down towards the A ramp, playing behind the smoke. Once this clears, they're going to see if they can flood onto Hunter's position, but he's looking safe.
It's a lot of AKs.
Orchestra of Kalashnikov. And it's down. He wasn't involved, and it's going to be a USP burst AWP reality for him if he continues to turn this corner. Kenny being very active on the angles, missing in the first, maybe down. Good double dinking, but Kenny, he has got some confidence in his veins today. And the G2 Esports machine is chugging along nicely in the correct direction. G2's map pick, as you can see in the top right, Mirage, the third map decider, should we need it. This is still the upper bracket. A spot in the playoffs on the line, if I'm not mistaken.
You are not mistaken.
Damn.
This will be the
That's time
fourth.
for everything.
Yeah, this will be the fourth team to make it through to the playoffs from Europe. We had Astralis, Complexity go through today, and, well, Sprout. So Heroic could be our second upset team here, but still have to get another map in the bag. Deep nade, but they're playing ahead of it. 2 mids. Down's actually AWPing.
Yeah, Cadian was being baited in. Losing in life. Down, Glass Cannon, AWP. You heard the jump. And a different look from G2 here. Nade lands straight on Borup's snapback.
Borup's been having a mare this game as well. He's struggling a little bit here.
Also, that's a dad cap, not a snapback, Alex. Right.
Who's correcting you?
Someone was about to
Someone.
Twitter.com.
Got it. Nexus timing is going to be fun, just kind of working his way around. Beyond that, the CTs, I want to see some of that brilliance from Heroic again. Maybe feeling they can be more instrumental on that T side, but Testis might be asked a bit of a question here himself. Patrolling over by Short, keeping control of it. And the mid kind of, I guess, play back a little bit here, maybe try and get a little bit more information, but all they'll find is Amanek.
I wonder how interested Stan would be. Yeah, okay, cool.
It's bad info, though, because if Amanek goes for a flank, they're going to think mid's clear, and all the attack will be coming from the A site. Testis is going for a flank.
It's going to have ramifications. Borup needed to win that. That was the bomb. Spotted at least.
Amanek.
And that flank, as you highlighted, Chad, can do damage. Nico rotating in from snipers. This just looks like a death sentence. And he's already caught Nexa, so maybe, yeah, look, he's even checking CT. He's cognizant, it's a possibility. Amanek to clutch with just 10 seconds, recovers the bomb, but he needs a frag, and it's Tessus with a great hold on A, just moving around Short, knew he was outnumbered, knew taking the direct fight was never an option.
Yeah, that was all Tessus, I think. The idea to play together in middle, I like what Heroic are doing. When the chips are down or they don't have any info across the map, they're willing to take these gambles. And as long as those gambles aren't patterns, you know, they're mid-round, they're situational, it becomes very difficult for teams in the future to be counter-stratting there. You can see Kenny getting a little bit caught off guard by that flank. And oh, look at this. We've now got birds on the fan cams.
Dinosaur.
Yeah.
They are real.
Double ops here, though, will be Cadian and Stown. Stown tends to play over towards that B site with the AWP. Cadian more towards middle. Jack spamming through the wall there, seeing if he can get off a lick of damage, just letting them know. But the attack is over towards this A bomb site.
Well, that's a bit naughty.
Yeah, very naughty. And you can even crouch and shoot through that little red fence. Yeah, like this, look.
Wow.
Gross. It used to be even harder to see them. Valve has tidied it up. Now, 4 members of G2 are on the warpath. Nico to be flashed in. Looking deadly. Will pop perfectly. They actually managed to turn in time. Damn, G2 got those high-sense gamers. Smoke towards the Molotov, but a lot of info for Heroic to start stacking in all the right places.
The nades are coming in. Nexa just got an absolute face full of damage. Nico in between the 2 fires. As Hunter finds him, and Hunter can work forward. More mollies. Everything being poured into Short to allow them to focus on one avenue of attack, but this leaves the T's with plenty of util to work with towards the site. They don't need it when Kenny is doing that sort of work. 2 down, and the site looks so vulnerable.
Yeah, when I talk about G2's in Vertigo, this time Nex's molly on Short doesn't catch him, but rather an opponent. Great nade, that stops the plan. Perhaps we're gaming here. If Borup found his first, with a nice little pokeball onto Nexa. Planting again. Let's see if he can catch him. time. Another nade. Where's he finding them? He's desperately trying to take someone out without having to pull the trigger, but I'm afraid Amanek's position is so unbelievably rodenty.
Huge rat.
Yeah, ginormous. I don't think there's any chance. Doesn't even matter if he finds the other two. Amanek. Oh! Yep, that's the frag. Takes the fight a little earlier, but still, that's going to be 7.
So we might need to see a change from Heroic coming into some of these rounds. It hasn't just been the A lean from G2, but they found success here. And I think when Cadian and Stown, they both rotated to the exact same position to use the AWP, or the in-game leader, he took the initiative to move straight into Kenny's crosshair. And that set up a nice little 2-piece feed right there.
Where's the burp cam? Oh.
He's probably tweeting.
Oh.
I did make it onto bird TikTok for a while.
There's a bird TikTok?
Oh, frog TikTok's great.
I know Kanye is working on Jesus Talk.
Oh, Christ. Literally.
Looking forward to seeing how that one works out. Next up, starters spray. 2 of 3.
Oh, this is going to be messy, I think, for Heroic here. It's going to be 8-3 down. Fire-up's dealt with. It's just Tessus now, and G2 are running away with this one. Similar scenes to what we had over there on map number 1 of Nuke.
Now, if I'm, and I'm not a professional Counter-Strike player nor coach, but if I'm seeing this, I can't help but wonder, what happens if we start doing our Aggie moves? Why don't we try and get an AK fast down scaff and close wall? They're not like they're rushing up ramp.
What
We
does
do a
Aggie
deep
moves
smoke,
mean?
we move down scaff. Sorry?
Aggressive.
Aggie moves mean, just for those playing at
Sorry.
home.
Aggie is short for aggressive.
I see.
It's often used when you're trying to be quick about your communication, saying taking an
Got
Aggie
it.
ang.
Got it.
You're really, really nasty.
So yeah, look, that was an option. That's what I thought they might go for, right? Just fight fire with fire, but you might need more individuals leaning over towards that side of the map, which leaves you vulnerable.
This could be 2. It's down, tested on B, and eventually Nexa stabilizes, but the damage inflicted all the same. Up mid, Amanek aggressive, and does manage to adjust his crosshair back for Nico in the end. Aggressive on Ram's not going to get you far in this one, because G2's playbook wide and diverse, walking into an open B site.
Look at those CTs. Where are they?
Yeah, both on A.
Yeah, this is interesting. Okay, so Tessus and Cadian in the last 2 here. Looking where the bomb is as well.
They're pausing. Now,
Just holding for a second. Maybe leaving time for Amanek to do a little bit of homework here. Get into a better position for
precisely.
this.
He can just sit on those stairs. Those guys are playing like all in. I suppose they save if they go B, which is exactly what's happening. So this round has been over for about 20 seconds already. We're just having to watch it slowly unfold and the players to work out that this round is over.
Yeah, so when we get into round number 13, Heroic will need to start going for these and contesting a bit more. Saving is off the menu at that point. You could even argue that it should be off the menu right now, as 9 is going to trickle up onto the tally for G2 Esports right here. But these saved rifles, with the max loss bonus coming on through, should be max loss bonus. Let me double check myself here. It's hard when we don't have the scoreboard all the time. No, it won't be the max. It's just going to be 2,900. So they still... Look, you need rounds at this point of the game, right? I think you need at least 4 or 5. Right now we're only sitting at 3.
Yeah, it's a really sketchy force though, isn't it? It's like, what, you said 2 point...
2,900 will be
yeah, okay.
the next loss bonus.
So we got, okay, MP9's middle. That's the strat.
There it is. It's always the strat. But can I just ask you guys very briefly? It seems very polarizing how Hero can look outstanding on Nuke and yet have yet to apply any of what made them so great on this one. Is this what I should expect?
I don't think
here,
it's. I don't think it's even worth putting the macro lens out of your pocket. I think keep the macro lens, keep it where it is for now. This isn't big picture. This is G2 with a coordinated T side against a CT side that clearly hasn't been so well refined.
Right? Is it G2 or just simply better? I'm trying to like get the balance of where we're at here because I find it amazing that. As I said, so many of those correct notions were great for Heroic, but they haven't applied here yet.
Yeah, and that's the CT side, right? So on a map like this, it actually has a T bias, whereas Nuke, it still has a CT bias, but they did all the heavy lifting on their T side. You can see here a bit more aggressive utility being used, but it will just be that fast play. Hunter's pushed on up, looking under the lip of the smoke there to see if he can find any booties. But no one is close. That Molotov will push them back, and here we go. I like this. So it's been a partial investment from the other 3 members of Heroic who didn't save the guns. They're stacking over towards A. Stown has locked them all in here. This is looking promising, but the damage through, that's going to be making life a little bit more difficult.
G2 have had a lot of time to refine their ramp take. They've got nades for everything. And Kenny's got wall bangs as well, it seems, because Boruk's just looked in, tagged straight through the corrugated iron.
God, I bet there are so many wall bangs on this, aren't there? Because it's
Yeah.
all so flimsy. But this boost is anything but.
Yeah, sturdy boost.
Stound still has them locked in, so they're just going to rejig the setup here and find another annoying boost to take a frag as they come on up. This could be huge onto Kenny.
Oh, that looked bang on. A little too quick on the movement keys. Perhaps Borup very quick on the trigger. That's bomb revealed. They can start to really house that, defend that. Not when Kenny is finding anybody that just puts a toe into his line of sight. Amanek catching the flank. Suddenly, this advantage has just been ripped from them in a matter of seconds. Amanek is low. Even lower now, 6 feet under. Kenny to clutch it. Not time, no life. 3 for Testis again. He has been their shining beacon of CT success so far.
So G2 went for their standard A play and Heroic handled it with 3 deagles and 2 saved weapons. So G2 have been throwing more of a different look than what we saw them do in previous matches. And that could potentially have something to do with why Heroic's been having more of a tough time of this. But there's still an opportunity for them to turn this one around. Kenny not happy with how that one finished off there. Frustration shining through. But they can still get 6 rounds here, Heroic. That wouldn't be the end of the world. On a map like Vertigo, the way that things seem to trend, they'll be very happy with that.
Especially considering how this started off, right? I mean, it was 4-2, it was 6-2, 6-3. Yeah, I mean, from that to a 9-6, you'd be celebrating. Happy. You'd be swift elbow fives all round.
Elbow fives. All right. Ooh, double AWP. Did I just see it?
Double AWP, yeah.
Ah, there we go. This is nice. This is finally a bit of cash with him.
I'm intrigued to know how Cadian plays this, so let's just stay in eyes for a second. He's got his own little flash lineup for the slow. Very nice pop. And then he will just be holding it so we can investigate elsewhere. He's going for the line.
Oh, he's got a little bit of room here.
That movement, Jax played it to perfection. Draws the fire, gets the info, full HP.
It's a peace of mind to do that as well. I love it. The fact they're considering it so readily that that's in their wheelhouse of how do I approach this one doorway.
Ooh. He stalled them out until at least 50 seconds here in the B lobby, or well, basically T-spawn. This could be everything if Borup's able to get an early kill, but he's in limbo. He doesn't know how he wants to approach this just yet, and behind the netting once more as Hunter still being a nuisance over towards this A-ramp, spamming through, does a little bit of damage.
I'm really nervous for Borup here. He has got Stown arriving just when he needs to. The flash will catch the AWP though. Oh, turns it. He needs to get more than one here. Needs another. Stown's helping. Go on now, Borup. He's knocked off the edge. But damage inflicted. If Stown survives, they're gaming. Needs another. Pulls the trigger. Nexa gone. We're looking good for the 5th here. Don't know why he's going for the repeat. Adrenaline surging through his veins. Nico playing by the flames. And on the cross is Hunter. So low. He has to use the smoke to his advantage here. Needs to catch a timing, but wide is Nico. And 5 is Heroic. That's an incredibly important round. And it starts with Borup. It finishes, though, with Stown. A triple kill on that double AWP.
How awkward is it clearing Borup out of that position? Like, not only is he tucked behind the netting.
The little guy.
Oh, dear. We got flags.
The Netherlands being represented there, as well as Denmark.
Okay.
Got some global fans. I used to love ESL One Cologne when we could actually be in the same building, just like this European kind of.
You're gonna make me cry, Lauren. Stop.
Oh.
Sorry, Chad.
But that would have been a good content piece. We're talking about our favorite Cologne memories. Cadian trying to write some new ones. Zamanek's gone. Hunter charging up the short. Will upgrade. This is a big frag for.
Oh no!
More than one. He
Ooh,
didn't
trade.
have the trigger discipline. Potential for more there, perhaps. And now Borup with clean onto Hunter. Just as the smoke does plume, puts us into a very chaotic 2-on-2. There's no way Nex is going to try and plant now, is there? Not anymore.
Call upon Borup. He had a rough couple of starting rounds. He was really taking his time to get off the starting blocks, but now he's doing well. But Kenny? Kenny? Oh, he's been spotted. Borup just about had the presence of mind to turn and check, and Kenny can't get away with it. Nicely done in the end, and honestly, recovery in the final hours there for Heroic, but G2 lead on the half.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going into the second half of Vertigo, or Vertigo, if you're weird. We're not, though. It's Pansy and Sponge alongside me. We're getting into a utility-driven pistol, because I'm seeing 2 Molotovs, a flashbang, and a smoke grenade. On the other side of things, though, we've got a lot of those things. Hello. Laura, was that Russian?
I'm not sure it's in Call of Duty.
Yeah.
I could be saying something terrible.
I've been saying Granate a lot.
Yeah.
That's where I learned that one.
Oh, yeah, it might be German at some point. I don't know which.
Focus on the counter.
Yep.
Makes more sense than we do.
Okay, this Molotov right here that we're being set up will land towards the construction position in middle. That's going to dissuade any of the CTs from peeking on early. They can get control, and then I assume we're going to get one of these smokes
really nice.
deep.
I want to steal that. How hard is that to line up?
Very difficult.
Okay, well.
I think it's a moving forward jump.
Oh, we're not doing that, are we? We're not doing any of that. Look at this. What is this rap coming out from the tees? It's sick. Yeah. Okay, I doubted a little bit of heroic then. I was like, oh, where's that style gone?
Nexa.
I've just seen it until Nexa dismantled half of it. Now Tessus and Stout are in trouble.
Yeah, the whole plan kind of revolved around knocking Nexa. He gets 4. I really want to see that one again. And a little smirk perhaps creeping onto his face. Nope, just business as usual for Nexa with a colossal quad kill. Like, the fact of the matter is that you know your strat worked if you're heroic when you're killing Kenny S, not looking at you on B stairs. You've really got the element of surprise there, but it's Nexa.
Oh my God.
First bullet headshot, third bullet headshot, 30 HP for the last kill as well. Phenomenal work from the in-game leader of G2, and that's going to start. I mean, the nails aren't in the coffin, but he's got the nails out.
Quick.
Very fast. Kenny can have the element of surprise here. He's running out of bullets. 1, not clean enough. He could be in trouble. Borup does manage to punish. Nexa on for his 26th frag. Hunter takes it from him. But 25 to 8, make it 26. Nexa has taken control of this game. 6 frags in 2 rounds to start off our second half of our second map.
We're in real troublesome territory for Heroic now. The fact that they didn't get the plant down on the pistol, and then they went for the force bar with the Tech 9s, and they didn't net a huge amount of damage there. If you're going to go the all-in right there on the second round, you really want to make sure you're at least planning, then you can maybe go for another crack at a force buy back-to-back. But here it will just be a light pistol upgrade, a couple of Deagles, P250s, 2 Glocks for Tessus and Cadian, and basically round number 12 on the board here for G2 Esports. So we'll see a relatively forward stance that's getting more forward as Amanek drops on down. Ah, yeah, geeky one-way there.
That's a one-way.
Yeah, you're just able to peer over the top of it. You know, limp that smoke down yourself. They tend to do it from an underarm fashion. Yeah, it's more difficult than I'm making it sound. I tried it for a very long time when this map was first released.
I love the one tap. Doesn't matter who it's against. It's always the extra little bit of satisfaction attached. Nico can't get no.
Why are we like 3
We're so
brain
predictable.
cells?
I hate us.
I know. Oh, low-hanging fruit. Yes, please. Yeah, Nico. Nice work towards Kenny. I mean, you've got 3 other SMGs to get through. At worst, you force them to buy up again.
Is the reason that it's like low-hanging fruit is it's like the ripest ready to pick?
It's the easy ones.
Oh, we don't have a ladder here, though.
What are you saying?
Okay, Chad, I'm not sure what angle you were going for there.
Well,
the concept is the fruit is lower hanging. So
Scrabble from the tree.
Yeah, you have to work hard.
Yeah.
Right? You're walking past an apple tree. You know, you're just like, oh, I'll take that low hanging apple because you can pick it up without having to get to the ladder that you're referencing.
Yeah. Well, what if you want that? What if you want the apple at the top of the tree?
Well, that would be the high hanging fruit, which requires more work. Chad. That's the analogy.
Well,
I'm glad we got it all clarified.
look.
Don't look at don't.
He's not real, is he?
No, Lauren has this power where she kind of just raises an eyebrow and looks at you in disbelief, and you just feel like I'm not worthy of this
World?
Just,
Oh.
no.
I didn't want to take it there.
That's a lot. I didn't realize they had so much power.
I love that one from Nico. See who it
that's
catches. It catches them
lush.
real deep. Yeah.
Wow, I'm learning so much now. What I am also learning is Amonek's a little bit spicy on
He's going
the
in.
old UMP. He's pushing it. He hasn't gone too far yet. He's still kind of mulling around on the ram. Nexa, though, when he last got tested, succeeded, and then some. This time, the flashes are right on point.
Yeah, this is juicy and
Oh.
quite competitive yet. A collat. Kenny. 1 bullet, 2 kills. Maybe we're gaming. Kenny certainly is. He's found another. All 3 members of Heroic ripped out by the AWP. The rest have SMGs, and now Jax makes his presence known. Just like that, a 3 versus 5 into a 1 versus 3. G2 have not moved a meter. And poor old Heroic have left it all onto Tessus. He was the star of their win on Nuke. Different kettle of fish here on G2's pick, though. Any questions about kettle of fish, Chad?
Do you know the origins of kettle of fish?
No.
Yeah, me
I
either.
actually don't either.
A different kettle of fish. He's on to the internet. Brought back.
I feel like kettle will be something else. You know what I mean?
It's not an actual.
Not actually,
water-
not how
actually
we would think of a
water
kettle.
boiler. Kettle of fish origin.
I always wonder, you know, when it's like a group of animals, it's called something different. You know, it's like a murder of crows. A group of crows is called
Jesus.
a
It's a
murder.
school of fish.
The custom was described by Thomas Newt in his tour of England in 1785. It is customary for the gentlemen who live near the Tweed to entertain their neighbours and friends with a fete, which they call giving a kettle of fish.
Oh, okay. Well,
It's not helped me.
I think I actually know. I understand less than I did before I read
I
that.
thought it was a gift of fish or something. I don't
I don't know if there's
really
fish
know.
or kettles involved in that expression.
Oh, look at this damage early game. G2 so attentive towards this ramp, and they aren't really backing away from it either. They've taken a fair share of flak as well, though. You've got Jax a little low and Hunter a little worse for wear, but far better off than Arcadian here.
Are they boosting? Amanek is setting himself up.
got-
Now he waits. Hunter, oof. Wasn't ready for Nico, just coming around the corner, pre-aiming the boost spot. And now Amanek caught in transition. This is their best chance. Kenny with a missed shot as well. Heroic, finally, things start to look promising. But it's more through unforced errors of G2 than anything else. Unforced errors, that's another tennis one. Like that
Forced
one.
and unforced errors?
Yep.
Yeah.
just to contain right here would be the plan from Nexa and Jax. As many kills as you can just to keep the economy low on the heroic side of things. There's no need to go for a retake like this. You've got 13 rounds on the board. You're not too far away from crossing that finish line. But what was the most impressive thing for me about how Heroic had to deal with that, I had warning bells going off as soon as that early exchange had happened, because you see the 2 flashes left in Tessus and Stound's hands. There was 1 more flash. That's all they used to get into the site. They didn't have any smokes. They didn't have any Molotovs. They didn't have any nades to push the CTs out. They went in dry and they hit their shots, and that caught G2 off guard. Now, normally, G2 like to play some heads-up CS, and that should be how they're greeted. But this time round, not to be, and 7 on the board for Heroic. So, for them to start bounding back in, they need to get at least 2 more rounds to break the CT-sided economy.
It's... I want to see more from Heroic. That pistol even got me excited, seeing the little bit of a split they had, that crunch that came in. Obviously, Nexa destroyed all of that, but I like the concept, I like the idea, and I want to see more of what we saw on Nuke applied here. And I wonder how much they have of this.
Yeah, we'll see how far they can push beyond the pale. Charging on up.
It was a floor wall bang.
It was a floor bang. Hunter's nade looks good. A little short towards the crane. Got more utility behind it this time, at least, Chad. You'll be happy to know.
Yeah,
Not
and
the
that,
3 flashbang approach.
that worries me because it worked without the utility.
Yeah,
Maybe
touche.
they're going to overcomplicate
Okay,
the
but I don't think
situation.
Kenny's going to miss his shot this time, so you can't count on that. And you can't count on Amanek being caught with a nade in his hand
Kenny?
this time.
Is he going walkabout? Is he going for a look down here?
He
Is there
must
a
have a
flash or
teammate, yeah.
something? I don't see anyone flash in hand. He's just gone in dry, and Borup dies for it. So, job done. Quick assassination for Kenny. Can peel away, and what a bit of impact.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Hunter, you rascal! Gets away with murder. Only the first. Testus on short, pipes up.
It could fall back. There is plenty of time.
He's so loud, though. They have to hit their walk key. It would be problematic. The smoke is good. That will at least guys the rotate a little. Maybe they want Tessus to full commit as Cadian walks the bomb, but it won't be a full commitment. Maybe just a presence enough to keep them there.
He should be able to use his own smoke here to creep on up and get up close and personal. So if the rotation starts to go back over towards middle and B, there might be a timing here.
Whoa, Nexus on that boost. I bet you Tessus is ready for that. Kenny, not impossible for him to peek up. Oh, there we go.
Lovely.
That is exactly what they needed. But Jax, unfortunately, Cadian went for mid.
I'm down. There was a real window right there.
Yeah.
I thought Cadian would have been taking the bomb back towards the B site and hoping that Tessus gets a kill to draw that rotation back over towards that A bomb site. But the timing there on Jax making his way off of the scaffolding mid position was perfect. And now, well, it feels like this map is almost done and dusted.
We have Mirage is up there.
Mirage will be the third, and that is a map which, very good stat line for Heroic. And G2, they can have some wobbles on it.
Pace from Jax.
Have to get tested.
Bowling Shane.
Great stuff. Look at that. Two fast bowlers inflicting 70% of the necessary damage onto the two members of Heroic there.
Looking for anything around that smoke. People are so good at playing around them these days. I don't blame him for taking the time on it. Stoughton's still trying to find a little bit of a step towards mid, and actually there's two players here. Jax got super aggro earlier with Kenny beside him. Checks it. Nicely handled by G2, really going through the motions, and correct to be doing so. Tessus down low, as is Cadian. Both of them trying to work up towards ramp, but they've got to clear the sandbags that they haven't missed from too much. I don't think they seem all that aware, and now hearing all the pin pulls, he's going to swing on it so well with Amanek, and that's just a full-on shutdown on ramp.
I haven't been saying Cadian's name a lot this game. Been very, very, previously very influential on that AWP. Seems to have kind of grown and molded himself quite the competitive player. Now with the Nico frag, a bomb plant can occur. Crucial round here. Perhaps even map defining.
There's no utility for the CTs to retake with here, so they need to trade off of each other efficiently. And Cadian, he's scoped on in.
It's a really tight line. He's aiming to catch them on the cross, but woof, reaction times almost inhuman required. That's an easier shot, but an overreaction, overreaching, and now it's just Jax to tidy it up. Easy peasy, lemons are squeezed, and we do see 15 for G2. One more left before we start talking about that Mirage, and you can go and grab yourselves a snack. So just hold on 1 second, hold your horses. They look very comfortable.
Yeah.
Multiple peaks.
All right, last round here potentially for Heroic. Round number 23. The AKs will come back on out. Utility, well, there's enough. There is a chance. We're going to get the smoke over towards the scaffolding position. 3 quickly across the bridge towards the forklift room, and the flashes from Stown come in. Kenny not blind, will miss the initial shot. There's lots of pressure.
Yeah, he immediately falls out. Amanek won't be interested in fighting, but it does seem that we're going to be having some action here.
Yeah, both these teams are up for it as well. Kenny now forced forward, has to whip it, he does! Just breaking his wrist on the shot, but he breaks Borup's head in the meantime. A 4v3, the T-side are just in tatters. And one by one they go towards them, and one by one they fall. They're down to just 2 left, and what do you do with this?
Yeah, looks like an impending doom for the Danes in map 2. Nico, ooh, the flash saves him. Jax has a good idea as to his location. Sound cues too, and just takes his head clean off. Bullet to the eardrum, and that's it. 16-7, G2 remind us what they're capable of, and it sets the scene oh so perfectly